let's go show off Shy Guy's victory cutscene. I did promise I would do that, so here it is. Quickly took care of the Rainbow Cup on singles with him. This is Shy Guy. Oh, apparently he's not a Shy Guy, he's secretly a Fly Guy. Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Mario Tennis. This is going to be part 9 of the original Nintendo 64 version. Before we get started with the second tournament in Star Tournament, the true finale of this game, we're first going to take care of something different. I did promise in the beginning of this project I would actually show off some of the ring tournaments. In the meantime, I've been able to find out pretty much all of the codes that were handed out back in the day when this game just released in 2000 are indeed still active. Does not matter if you're playing the Wii U Virtual Consoles or this version on the Nintendo Switch Online Plus. If you bother to look up the codes on the internet, they're pretty easily found, so that's not that difficult. All of the promotional codes that were once handed out in order to win prizes by inputting your high scores. I'll show off how that worked in a minute. But those codes, handed out by different companies over the first couple of months this game actually released, are still active. Allow me to actually input one of them. I'm not going to show them all off because they're all pretty much the same, but I will show off a couple of them in order to show off how this worked. Yeah, indeed, this one worked. This was actually for the MarioTennis.com Cup, where Mario Tennis itself actually challenged players in order to get the high score on this ring tournament. This is how it works. And as you can see, that's pretty much the unique aspect of this. This is played as doubles, something that does not happen in regular ring mode, as you may know. And it's star characters, I am noticing. Yeah, this is definitely star characters. So in that sense, it's actually good I waited until this point. This is actually played in point mode, as you can see. With the rings growing, the further you actually get in the rally, and the smaller the rings are, the more points they are worth. That's what we're playing here. And the idea is you get 3 minutes, and you need to clear as many rings as you can. The moment you're done, you will get a password, which you can input on the internet site, back in the day of course. That no longer works. And the player who actually did the best was actually able to win prizes. That's pretty much how this mode worked. And I'm not really good at it, I'm noticing. Luckily, this is just a show-off. Oh, perhaps I should have waited until the final tournament, because I'm noticing the computer player's difficulty is pretty high here. Wiping the floor with me. Oh man. This really is Planet Cup business. Oh, come on, Wario. You're not helping. Let's try to get at least 100 points, because this is not going really well. Safe to say, if this was back in 2000 and was actually trying to get a high score here, in order to win that fabulous prize that was attached to this. Forgive me that I don't know what that was, but still. I wouldn't stand a chance. But so far, this is horrible. Thank you, Wario. However, we're not going for points here, so... Although my opponents seem to disagree with that. Well, we can get a little glimpse of the final tournament, you might say, with this. These guys are really good. And they're definitely not bothering to go for rings. They are going for wiping the floor with me. Come on. This is already such a joke. Yeah! Oh, what the hell am I doing? Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome to an episode that is called the Moonlight Cup. However, we're playing the Planet Cup already apparently. Yeah, it's safe to say if this was a regular match we would be losing pretty bad. But anyway, we're having a lot of laughs already here, but allow me to actually finish off this mode the moment the time runs out. You can pretty much see what this mode does. Unfortunately, the true purpose of this mode is already gone. All of these promotional codes that actually can be inputted in order to do these tournaments are already expired years ago. But it is funny to see that even in the Nintendo Switch Online version, the tournament codes still work. You can still play the tournaments even though you can't input the high scores anymore. But that's how it works. 177 would have been my score. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we get a result pass code. You can actually write this down, input it on the internet site. In this case it would have been mariotennis.com. And in the end, the moment the tournament would have expired, they were the judge in order to see who did the best, and prizes were given away. That's pretty much how this function worked. I'm pretty sure something similar is actually present in Mario Golf. I can't really confirm that for the first game, but I know it is in the second game. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, that's a game I do own. I know something similar is in that game as well, so it's apparently a Camelot thing, you might say. Yeah, enough time wasted. They're pretty much all the same. I did look up more of these codes, but they're all pretty much the same kind of deal. They're ring tournaments played as doubles, where we need to get a certain high score. That's pretty much how that worked. There's a lot of them, so not worth showing them all off. Let's get started with the true purpose of this video. And we'll be playing as a Waluigi. Also, one of my favorite characters to play as in this game. Did not save him until this point for nothing. He is going to take care of the clay court tournament in Star Tournament, the Moonlight Cup. Clay court. As you might remember from the Flower Cup. One of my least favorite courts to play on in this game. But even here, in Star Tournament, we need to do it. It's time to face Boo. In the Battle of Wickedness. Waluigi versus Boo. Defensive character Waluigi, even though he's listed as technique officially in this game, I still feel he's already a defensive-like character. Because he does feel a lot different compared to other characters who are also classified as technique. And it mostly comes into play at the net. I feel Waluigi actually has the best hit when it comes to hitting a ball near the net. Boo's probably not going to give me a whole lot of chances to show that off, because he's also a character that usually creeps to the front. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we're actually facing him as a singles character. But you can see that comparable to Waluigi and Luigi, Boo also is a character that plays at the net. And I think he's actually the most annoying one of all, because of his trickiness. Definitely make sure to pass him as quickly as you can. If he gets the chance to actually do his stuff at the net, you're probably going to end up in a lot of trouble. Even though Waluigi is also a king at the net.
Match point.
Best defensive character in this game. And especially in Mario Power Tennis, it's even worse there. But here's one. Oh, awesome view. Sun shining down. French flags in the background. Awesome pose, Waluigi. Time for the semi-final. Mario, Paratroopa, but we are facing DK. A power character on a clay court. The biggest waste of time you can think of. Ooh, and we're facing a 3-set match already. Not in the final, but in the semi-final it's already a 3-set match. Looks like the time of easy tournaments is finally over. Even though the computer level is still not all that amazing. Officially the difficulty of the computers on this tournament is hard. But hard is still not good enough to beat me. Unless I start beating myself. Oh, that was a terrible hit. But I'm a defensive king. You shall not pass. Oh, you passed. Go me. And I screw up. Let's play this a little bit safer. DK is an annoying half-court player, as you can see. Something you don't see a whole lot. But there are characters that actually don't stay around on the baseline and also don't really crawl to the front, not entirely at least. Mario is another example of that. DK is also one, half-court players, and especially on clay courts, it can be pretty annoying because they have a tendency to actually stand around on the point where the ball is supposed to bounce. And therefore it's pretty difficult to actually angle your shot so that you pass them. Characters you don't want to face in the clay court tournament. DK and Mario. Waluigi, he's an awesome character. Should be able to do it. Oh. Not quite in this rally. Bad hit again. That's the whole reason why I don't like these half-court players. Because of their perspective, they always hit the ball. The moment they hit the ball, it always bounces at the point where I'm standing. Therefore, it's pretty hard to actually hit the ball correctly.
Set point.
This should be it. Charge and done. 1-0. Second service game in the semi-final. That's new. Time for some aggression. Bam! Oh, I was expecting a smash. Was too low apparently for that. Especially for a character like Waluigi, it's pretty difficult to actually initiate a smash. The ball needs to be above you officially. Since Waluigi is so long, pretty difficult getting the ball high enough for him. There we go. Now we're truly showing off Waluigi's defensive capabilities. Unlike most other characters in this game, Waluigi actually does not need a whole lot of extra time in order to reinitiate his charge. And therefore two characters standing at the net, and therefore giving you very little time to react. Waluigi actually does not need that time. He can immediately react. Just pressing the A button immediately is already enough for him to get the shot back. Where other characters have a little bit of recharge time sometimes. The moment you've hit the ball and it immediately comes back, some characters actually need some time before they're actually able to hit the ball again, if you know what I mean. There's a little bit of a delay in the recharge time with some characters. Waluigi actually has the least of that. And therefore, him being at the net can be pretty deadly. And those rallies in the previous game were a good example of that. Also the reason why I feel Waluigi actually comes out so well in a clay court match. Because in clay court, situations like these actually tend to happen a lot more often. Also need to be careful for lob shots, of course. Okay, he screws up, so thank you. Good example of clay court strategy. One more point. And this ape is done. Power character or not, I win. But not at this point.
Match point.
Sometimes I forget I'm a star character. Especially here on clay court, because the ball speed's relatively slower here, of course. So let's make sure I still win this game. Let alone the match. There we go. That's so hard. Apparently it is. Victory in this nighttime match. Only one smash winner, but still, like I said, it's not Waluigi's strong suit. Time for the final. Mario would be annoying, and indeed it is going to be Mario. Like I was saying, just like Donkey Kong, also a half-court player. Something you normally don't want to face on a clay court match. And I need to play a 5-set match against him. Oh help. Luckily the tournament's not that difficult yet. Only the final tournament is really difficult. And this one, not quite. So, I'm not going to get scared by you, Mario. I have my angle shots with me. They work especially well with a defensive character like Waluigi. Bam! Going to be a good weapon against him, I think. But let's surprise you with a power shot now. There we are. See, not as bad as I initially thought. But now we're at the top of the screen, so now things actually become a little bit trickier. As you can see, he's also taking in the position DK also just took. Oh help. Oh, he hit it out. Yeah, Like I said earlier, those kind of shots are hard to control. That also applies to the computer players. If they decide to use them. Bam! Always make sure you have a good composure. Then aiming should be doable. You can actually keep these balls in. Defense, Waluigi. Let's go. Ah, come on. I was just saying that Waluigi actually has no input delay, but it does mean that you still need to actually input that A button. Waluigi has a good recharge speed. I also need to press the button in time, of course. But anyway, first set point. And there we go. Unforced error, hell yeah. He screwed that up all by himself. To his defense, it's not easy. I'm making it look easy because I'm a little bit experienced in this game. Emphasis on a little bit. But trust me, all of these shots that we're making... Awesome replay, by the way. But anyway, all of these shots that I'm making during this... It looks like it's pretty much the same compared to regular tennis mode. But trust me, on star tournaments it's actually a lot more difficult placing these shots correctly. Hitting a ball out or in the net, and therefore saying hitting it too hard or not hard enough. That's actually something that can pretty easily be done as a star character. Even though you do hit the ball harder, and therefore it goes faster, it comes at a price. It's more difficult to control. And that also applies to the computer players, luckily. But that does not apply to the final tournament. There they are gods. And I usually end up getting creamed. Don't want to think about that quite yet. Only tournament that is played on intense mode. That is not a whole lot of fun. Love 30. Let's quickly finish this second set. There's still one more we need to do after this. Unless I start losing a set, then it's going to be even more. But I'm not planning on doing so. I think Mario... I do feel Mario is the hardest character we have faced so far in the single-player tournaments. But he's not good enough to actually threaten me. 2-0. Doing very well in our first official 5-set match. One more set to win. Let's make sure it's going to be this one. There we go. Getting more and more feeling at the net. Just a little bit getting used to in the beginning. I'm starting to feel it. Yeah, stuff like that can always happen. Shots like those never really become easy. Like I just explained. Really hard to control the ball as a star character. Sometimes you're actually tempted to hit the ball way too hard. The moment you feel you have an opening, you want to take that opening, you just overshoot. Something that happens to me a lot. There we go. And that is game number 5. One more to go. Bam. One last time at the back of the screen. There's one. Let's make this a love game, Mario. For me. Smash! Oh, no, wait. That's not a smash. Well, Luigi does have a little bit of trouble smashing the ball. But he does not always need it, fortunately. Oh, but here we go. Here's a fine smash opportunity. The longer you are, the harder you can smash. Even here on the slow clay court. Let's finish this in style. Offensively. Too offensively, apparently. Come on. Oh, not going to end well. Yeah, I saw that coming. He actually had control over the rally, not me. Not very common at this point in the game. And there we still go. Almost a comeback by Mario. 2 fine points by him. Actually took care of 2 of my championship points, but not the 3rd one. And Waluigi still the winner. 3 sets to love in this first official 5-set match. Waluigi takes home the trophy, the Moonlight Cup. Officially already a pretty difficult tournament, but in all honesty still pretty easy for my doing.
I'm a number 1. Look, I'm a Dave. I'm a Steve. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I don't care. Awesome, Waluigi, how you're actually trying to show off to Luigi how you're better than him. However, he does not care. And there goes the Moonlight Cup. On singles at least. Unfortunately, because of the longer length that these later tournaments have, as you can see by the video time, we don't really have time to do doubles today. This is going to be the first time they are going to be in separate videos. Also fun. But doubles might be a lot more challenging. That actually already gave me some trouble in earlier tournaments. And that is definitely a lot harder. So maybe we're going to see some challenge there in the Moonlight Cup. Can't wait. See you folks next time, and Treecks out. Later folks.